Okay, let's talk about it. It is, let's see, about 4 a.m. 4:54 a.m. Let's talk about it. I just woke up out of a dream and in the dream, God's stepping it up. He's stepping it up. He's stepping it up. Boy, I tell you, the time getting closer and closer. Before, okay, this video is going to be about relationships. Before, God was asking me or showing me different things that I was doing in relationships and where I had to grow up. He showed me regarding emotional baggage couldn't come with me. He showed me how I was handling my offenses by not showing a person or having attitudes by treating them like they didn't exist in the world anymore. Different things. So God is showing me in relationships how I had to grow up in certain things I was doing. Now, the dream that I just woke up out of is that this time it's regarding trust. I basically don't remember all the details of the dreams, but I definitely know what the dream is revealing to me on God asking me, "You ready? You really ready?" And he showed me how now let's talk about trust. In the past, during relationships, I've always had because of almost every relationship I had, the person cheated. And I guess that come from the root of maybe that was in me regarding how I was brought up. Every man is a cheater. Every man is a liar. And in my heart, I would tell my mom, because I'm trusting God, no, every man ain't no cheater. But I guess somewhere deep down, I took that seed of what was put in me in my ear, and in my relationships, it always panned out that way. So each relationship, there was always a portion of my somewhat belief that every man is a cheater. So I went into the relationship with, in the back of my mind somewhere, of being suspicious, of being jealous, of being insecure. So what am I going to do going forward with the blessing God will put in my life of my companion, friend, lover, husband, whatever the case may be, how am I going to handle this going forward? Am I going to believe God put this person in my life? Because I don't even know if I ever really believed that in all of my past relationships. I don't even think I was conscious enough to say, God gave me this blessing. So, because if I would have believed God gave me that blessing, certain things, I wouldn't have treated my blessing in certain ways. I would have handled my blessing as something fragile or precious, and I may have said it on the surface, but deep down, I didn't treat it as such. So, regarding the topic of trust going forward, for one, I am not putting all my faith in no man. I trust God. I trust God. For two, if I don't trust the person going in, why would I even go there? Even though I trust no man or no, I trust God and his mission, his purpose, his vision. I trust that. But if I have even a surface level of not trusting somebody, for one, I'm not going in that. I gotta be secure, have faith about a person. I at least got to go in it knowing that I have faith in this person regarding God's purpose. If it doesn't even carry that much weight, I don't have no reason to even go in it with doubt, insecure, lack of trust. Why would I even touch it with a 10-foot pole if I'm doubting this person's integrity and showing me symptoms of a cheater? Or why would I even do that? So that right there, if it don't even have a surface level of trust, I'm not going deep with it if I can't even see it on the surface. So, for one, my faith will be in God. And if that person don't have that surface level of trust within me on the surface, I can't go deep with that any further. So that's cut that out. For two, the saying is regarding how I did in relationships. I took in the relationship insecurity, lack of faith, lack of being suspicious. I took that in relationships. I gotta admit, I did. But going forward, too, there's an old saying that goes, or even the Bible says, seek and you shall find. But the old saying go, if you look for something, you're gonna find it. I never was the type to go searching in nobody's wallet, to go searching in their phone. I didn't go looking for trouble. But I always had that suspicion that I could have been evolving things in my mind, and then it got in my spirit till I created the situation where, yes, every man I was with was a cheater. And to me, I could have been the best person in the world towards that relationship. And for them to disrespect it, but I could see my part in it as well. I could have been creating this all in my mind and letting it manifest. Because I was suspicious, because I didn't trust God or the person, because I didn't, now I'm acting from things that I'm feeling and believing, and my intuition is telling me. So now I got all kind of attitudes, and they may not even know why. Whether they cheated or not, they did it in my mind. Because I saw things that gave me insecurity, gave me doubt, until it showed up in my face. We don't have to go looking for nothing. What's done in the dark will come to the light. But going forward in my relationship, I have to stand on faith. I have to stand on my trust in what God is doing. I'm not going to be pondering in my mind if, ands, buts, suspicious, insecure. I'm not carrying myself through none of those thoughts, feelings. At least I'm not going to have a part of it manifesting in my face, because I'm creating and making my own movie in my mind, and I'm feeling it. Now I'm acting out on it, and a person may not know what's going on in my head. So I know I'm not carrying that in my relationship God put in my life going forward. If a person in the beginning can't show me respect, to not give me reasons to feel insecure, to not just lay it on the table for me to be in doubt. If that person has wandering eyes, we know when a person is looking at or stalking or craving or lusting. We know the different looks people can give towards other people. We could distinguish what look is what look. If my companion don't look at me as I'm the apple of their eye, and there is a different way they look at another woman as a human being, it could be a beautiful human being, but there's a different look between where they look at me and how they look at someone else. There's a different tone in their voice, how they talk to me and how they talk to another woman. There's a different body language to how they talk to me and how they talk to another person, a woman, or whatever in the world. A person will respect how they think I may perceive a certain sight that they're involved in. They're going to consider my feelings just as I consider theirs. I'm not going to be doing certain things or saying certain things inside or out of sight, because I have respect for that union. I have respect for my mate, my companion, my lover, my husband, my friend. So there are certain things I will do to make sure that person has no reason to doubt. That person has no reason to be insecure. Now, I can't control nobody's feelings. can't control what they're thinking, but I'm going to do my best to consider how I'm communicating and relating to other people. Is this going to make my man jealous or insecure or have doubt? So there will be a certain way I would carry myself to make sure that little fox won't sneak up in mine. To the best of my ability, with God's help, that's how I would do, and I will look and perceive a person will be doing the same for me. Because if I don't see it in the beginning, I can't go deeper with it. The Bible say Job made a covenant with his eyes not to look upon another woman. Like I said, there's a difference between looking and lusting, and we all know that difference. I know back in the past, men could be jealous and obsessive, or our mates can be jealous, obsessive, violent, to where they don't want us to communicate, have no friends, can't be with our family. They've been there, done that in all types of different relationships. But going forward, if you see it in the beginning, I know that's not something to go deeper. It'll be something, if I do want to go forward, there will have to be boundaries. We will have to discuss matters, because jealousy and obsession and possessiveness, no, those are things that's not what I'm looking for. That doesn't show me love. That's back in the day, I could have thought that was cute. No, hell no, that's not. So going forward, either this will be something that will be brought to the table, so each of us could have that spirit of security and just faith. There's no reason to have certain types of attitudes and feelings and thoughts going into the upper levels of commitments. If they're there, those feelings, emotions, thoughts, bring them to the table, discuss them quickly, because it is the little foxes that destroy the vine. You let those little thoughts keep pondering in the head, they grow. Take care of these things immediately. So God is asking me about trust. Do I know how I've been handling trust? I know in certain relationships I lost myself. I loved them more than I loved myself. I showed more love towards them than I did myself. I've learned, I've grown, I've evolved. Going forward, I'm not losing myself in no relationship. For example, again, make them the center of your whole world. You don't talk to mama no more. You don't talk to your friends no more. You don't It's just you showing all the commitment to them. Just closed off all your world and showing all the glory to them. Probably wasn't even having a relationship with the Father anymore. No, that's not going forward. I'm not losing my life. If a person is not allowing me or acting like they jealous because I got friends, and me personally, I don't have any. But these are things that security and trust, faith, all of that suspicion and doubt and fear. No. We grown. There's other human beings in the world. There are beautiful human beings in the world, sexy human beings in the world. But we're grown. It's time to have grown-up relationships, grown-up commitments. You either do or you don't. So, me having doubt, suspicion, insecurity, I may not have been showing it outward in the beginning, but as that relationship kept going forward and forward, those seeds in my mind was getting larger and larger. Now I'm reacting. Now I'm showing it out. Attitudes. And that person may not know why, but deep down, I done built up a whole movie within. I know going forward, I won't be developing movies within my mind. These things will be brought to the table and discussed immediately. And that should not be a discussion that goes on every day. What the fuck? If that's the case, this is not it. These should be every blue moon if that's the case. I don't even want to be dealing with lack of trust and insecurity in a grown-up relationship. That should be like every blue moon. Ain't nobody perfect, but that shouldn't be no every time I turn around, we talking about the same subject. My insecurity, my suspicion. I personally, I ain't got time for none of that. That's showing me that if this is all happening so often, too often, honey, it's time to grow up and be in grown-up commitments. Ain't nobody got time for the games. If you see games in the beginning, if bringing it to the table don't change that, the way things are going between the two, I'm not dealing with that. I'm too old, too grown, too much in trusting what God is taking me to going forward in my life. I don't have time to deal with that childish, silly games people play. But I don't know. I just had to go ahead and get this dream off my spirit. As I said, I don't know what the dream really was about, but I do know the emotions that were stirred up. If you go looking for something, you're going to find it. If those thoughts keep building in your mind, we manifesting that right to come to us. What's done in the dark, it'll come to the light. If I have lack of trust in the beginning, why am I in it? Why would I even go further? If a person can't show me respect in my sight and out of my sight, why am I in it? If I see things that is bringing seeds of whatever in my spirit, it's time to go talk immediately. And there's no reason that either person, either one of us in the relationship should feel insecure, suspicious. Let's talk about it. Why? And see what can change so the relationship can grow and not have some fox eating the fruit of your vines. The fruit can't even develop because you got something, a little fox eating the vine. The Bible says it's the little foxes that destroy the vine. We have to catch these little seeds of doubt, insecurity, suspicion. Catch those thoughts because they will eat at the vine where fruit can't grow and mature as they should. So going forward in our upper level commitments, our grown-up commitments, higher level commitments, we talk it over. Share our feelings. Share our doubts at the nip of the bud. Nip it in the bud in the beginning while it's small. It's not time to approach it once you're acting out with emotions and another person may not know why, and now it's being manifested in your face, and now you're searching in pockets and wallets and phones. No, let's not go there. Let's talk it out in the beginning. Catch that seed of doubt. Catch that at the moment it happens so it could get washed away, wiped out. And if these things keep coming up, it's either maturing we have to do, or it's showing us that's not who, what, when, and where, because building on my foundations of a new relationship, I don't have time to deal with those lower level problems of infidelity and adultery and fornicate. I don't have time to deal with that type of mess. The higher level relationships are focused on a mission in that relationship, are focused on pleasing each other in that relationship. It's like a competition on loving you more than I know I love you more than you love me. No, I love you more than you love me. It's a competition in love. A competition in showing love. Again, ain't nobody perfect. But I know what perfect look like as it's maturing. I know what looks like when someone's invested in something. I know what love sound like, look like, feel like, taste like. So these are things we should see, feel, think, and basically know. We should be manifesting those things because that's how we are thinking and feeling and knowing about ourselves first. Do we feel this way about ourselves first, that God can manifest it in our life on a firm foundation? I love God. I love me. And God will let that be manifested back to me through a human being. Everybody needs love. Have a blessed day.